Hello, friends and Splinterlanders. It is time for another little episode of reading from the book. All right, guys, so yesterday we had just started the Hall of Heroes in the very, very back, and we're going to stick on that. We're going to stay with it. We're going to do a couple of them. I don't want these videos to be super long, just give you guys little tastes of what's in here. So that, yeah, you'll be excited to get it for yourselves. All right, so we were inside the Hall of Heroes last time, talking about the different rulers of the forest. Now, I kind of briefly explained that a lot of these are already created legendaries and things like that. And then some of them were from the Kickstarter where folks got to create and have their own character made. So on this one, we are next to Kron the Undying, which actually he is a card now. When this was created, he was not quite a card yet. But here we go. So we've got Kron, the King of the Centaurs, takes little action on the public stage of the Splinterlands. But now he does. But rather sits on his throne in his citadel. His Centauri warriors deliver news from the world while Kron spends most of his vast time reading the stars and plasma flows in the night sky, which only he has the power to see. His wisdom is so boundless that the spirit of the forest often calls on him for advice and guidance. So little side note, inside, I guess, the world of our brains of the story, yeah, Kron and the spirit of the forest are kind of besties. Probably goes along with when you're kind of immortal and you're gonna need friends, so it makes sense. All right, so the next one, we're gonna do two more. We're gonna finish off Anumün today, I think. So we've got the Magi of the forest, and the Magi watches over the eastern and western forests from high in his Magi Tower and in a raised valley of the Seed Range. He organizes the education of new summoners from the prestigious Summoners Green Academy in the western forest, and the Magi is far older than he looks. He travels the Splinterlands freely, attending events, making deals, and pulling political strings. So, yeah, I'm excited to get more into the lore of things. It's kind of like I exist and live inside of the Splinterlands. It's crazy. Okay, so the last one here was a Kickstarter person. Eco Instant is the HIVE user that created this, and he is the Guardian of the Forest. So the Guardian of the Forest came from humble and treacherous beginnings as an abandoned Liberian baby. His tiny canoe was found floating through the western forest down the River of Life by a small band of goblin sorcerers. A baby was one of the strangest things they had ever seen floating down the river, so they kept it. They raised the child as one of their own. The Guardian grew up to be a powerful magical caster, and as a teenager, he relocated to the Kingdom of Liberia to find a family. What he found was a world of mistrust and crime, compared to that of the woodland goblins. After a time, he was called by the spirit of the forest to make a sacred pilgrimage to the Seed Crater in the north. He stayed, and he vowed to never again take part in the crooked society of Liberians, even if it meant he would never find love among his own kind. Today, the Guardian of the Forest is one of the closest magical allies of the Spirit and the Magi. The secret that he holds are numerous as the lives he protects. I love it. And I love the image too. We'll go ahead and pop that over here on the screen for you guys so you can see exactly what the Guardian of the Forest looks like. Again, that was made by a backer, Eco Instant, on the HIVE blockchain. You guys, that's it for today, going through a little bit of the Encyclopedia of the Splinters, the campaign guidebook. Join us, follow us in all the places, and stick around, and we'll bring you a little bit more tomorrow.